Start recording. Okay, cool. All right. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started. Um, this is our October general body meeting, kind of our midway through semester, everything like that. Um, for anybody that has not met me or just has not been to any of these meetings, I'm Braden. I'm the president. We also have our treasurer and our one of our coaches, or not coaches, our risk manager here today. But we'll go ahead and get started. If it'll let me. There we go. Okay, so today mainly we'll be covering any events in the future, upcoming comps. We also will be having some officer elections, not this session, but for the next general body meeting. And I forgot to change that to a 4, but we will also have an outdoor trip coming up. So first up is our events. We have our sports night. Um, every semester we do a sports night where we show support to one of the clubs. And this time it is the women's soccer team. Um, we do need 12 people to come out to this if we can. Doing this kind of stuff helps boost our budget, helps be us in good standing with the SEC. So if you can make it, please sign that volunteer form just so we know. All the information is on the slide. It's going to be Thursday, October 23rd. It's going to be at the UCF Soccer Complex at 7. Please meet up for the picture. That is one of the most important parts of it. We will more likely than not be posting where we'll be meeting on the Discord, the group me, Instagram, stuff like that. In order to show as much support as we possibly can, all practices will be canceled that day. That's High Point and the Tower. We want to be there, show support, and I get it that people would like to go to practice, stuff like that, but for things like this, we need to go and show our support. Yeah. Our next one is our upcoming tailgates. So we have one this Saturday. That is the homecoming game, I believe. And we actually are sponsored by Lazy Moon Pizza. So there will be free pizza that we are handing out while we have it. So if you want to come check us out, I don't think Sean is in here right now, but Sean will be there. And he'll be man of the desk, kind of hanging out. We try to be there at every home game that there is. But yeah, if you want to hang out with some other rock climbers, get some free pizza, hang out for a bit, I highly suggest going to that. Sean says they're always a lot of fun. Our next one is November 7th. I believe that's the Space U game, if I remember correctly. We're not sure if that one will be sponsored as well, but we hope to continue with this with Lazy Moon. And yeah, we will be posting a map of where exactly we will be the day of the event. They just don't really give us anything up until then. There we go. All right. And for our practices, I know it took us a bit to get them set up and everything. With High Point, it took us a bit to understand what would work time scheduling wise. And we actually did not have a coach for Blue Swan up until recently. He's not, I don't believe he's in this meeting today, but his name is Eric. He'll be handling that. But for High Point, it's Thursdays, 5 to 7, Sundays, 11 to 1 p.m. From what I've heard, they've been meeting mostly near the weight room in the beginning. But this is open to everybody, as well as the Blue Swan ones, the Monday, Friday, 3 to 5. If you have a membership, or even if you get a day pass, you are perfectly welcome to join in on either of the practices. Jack, our head coach, does the High Point ones. And then we also have the UCF Challenge Course. We used to do the Challenge Course every year with them. They actually reached out to us this year because I don't think we've done it the past couple of years. Um, but if y'all are at all interested in doing it, it's pretty fun. It does take a couple hours to do, but it's a good way to, meet up with people that do rock climb, get to know your community a bit more. It's completely free. So if you're at all interested in that, it is pretty fun to do the course. Um, the QR code is our sign up because I believe the minimum is 8 people that we need for it. Unfortunately, if we don't get 8 people that RSVP, we can't host it. But if we do, we would love to have some people out there and have some fun. Our next one is the Blanchard Park cleanup. So we do try to do this each year where we'll do like a park cleanup kind of thing. This time it's going to be on November 1st. We're thinking 11 to 12. That's a still change if that affects like if that's too early or we're just trying to do it to where it's not too hot. Um, but this is the first time we are actually partnering with Blue Swan. They're kind of sponsoring the event. Um, we have day passes to give out to whoever shows up to this. I believe right now we have 10 or 12 um, free day passes. We want to get out as many people as we can. Blue Swan agrees. And, we both want to do what we can for the community. We'll be collecting trash in the area, trying to clean it up here and there. We'll be providing trash bags, things of that nature. Um, we'll send out another like reminder closer to. Um, but yeah, this is something cool that we're doing with Blue Swan, where we get to hand out day passes that any of y'all can help us volunteer at. It'll be a similar thing to the sports night. We take a picture, that kind of thing. This is similar to earlier where SEC, the people that handle our like funding and stuff, they see that we're doing stuff for the community and it just helps us be able to do more things. So yeah, we'd love to have as many of y'all out there as we can. Next one is the Halloween party. So it's going to be the night of Halloween. It's going to be at High Point. It's going to be from 5 to 10. I don't know. I believe it's standard entry, but they'll have a costume contest, dry tool rock climbing, candy climbing, walk the plank traverses. It's just kind of a cool way to, celebrate rock climbing and still have fun in costumes, stuff like that. Um, so if you're interested at all, I would suggest it. I'm probably going to try and make it out there if I can because it's a lot of fun to be able to do it. But yeah, I think that is all for our events. If nobody has any questions or anything about it, we can move on to comps. All right. So for our really big comps this year, we have the USAC Collegiate Competition. So these are the comps where you register for the US. Um, Typically, our regional comp is in Georgia. That won't be until the end of spring, but you compete in these competitions to register for them. These comps, all you have to do is compete once in one of these. You don't have to place anything like that. And then you are qualified to compete in regionals. I believe this time of year they're mostly bouldering. At the moment, we don't have any specific ones laid out. That's why we have the website listed. But the reason we have that is because at the moment they have not announced any Florida competitions. As soon as they do, we will be announcing it. They usually do 1 to 2 per semester. Um, but yeah, I know we have had some people that carpool out to like Alabama or Georgia to do it and make a weekend out of it. So if that's what you're down for, go for it. But yeah, it's a good way to set up for that, and it's just like a lot bigger competitions. We also have the Sunshine Showdown. So this is for at Central Rock. It's not going to be for a bit, but it's on December 13th. It's open to anybody. They have a few, you can see like open, advanced sessions, beginner, intermediate, depending on what time you sign up for. We have the check-in times there, depending on what time slot you choose, and they'll have a finals as well. If you're interested in competing for that, you have the link there, should take you to their page, have prices, listings, everything like that. And then we also have velocity climbing. This one's a little bit further away. It's in Miami. We've driven out there to do comps before, but this one's a little bit closer. It's going to be Saturday, November 8th. You can see like they do cash prizes, things like that. They'll usually have gear and stuff like that for those that place as well. But yeah, that's it's their Velocity Vice City Boulder Comp. If y'all are interested, I'm sure you can find it online as well, and sign up for that. And we have the Dead Man's Dino Comp. So this one's going to be at High Point, same night as that party, October 31st. Have the prices listed there. And again, they do have the prices listed. So if you're interested, you have that there. But yeah, if you're at all interested in competing, and at High Point, I'm sure there will be a lot of people, given that this is their first year. But it's a good way to get into it. If you are like signed up already for their membership, you will get the member pricing, which is the $10. So if you are for that, you will get it a bit cheaper. And next we have our, well, if and nobody has any questions about the comps, we'll move on to officer elections. So this semester we have two positions open. One of them is our marketing manager. So this is Eva's job at the moment. She does a great job she unfortunately, I don't believe is going to be able to continue into next semester, which, happens. It makes sense. But they make posts for us on Instagram, kind of handle Instagram DMs for us. Sometimes they'll come up with events, stuff like that. They're typically the people making the shirt designs as well as deciding, what company orders them, that kind of thing. It's not too heavy. Mainly you'll post when we do have announcements, stuff like this. They'll post like a synopsis of our meetings or anything that we weren't able to fit into the meeting. And if you're at all interested in that, we will be voting on who will be our next marketing manager in our next meeting. You can message me if you're not able to make it. We will include like a slide that has stuff about you so that, those that are there can vote and get to know you. But yeah, if you're at all interested, we'd love to hear you out and love to have you. Our next one is our secretary position. So at the moment, this is Sean's role. I believe he said that he is planning on continuing, but it is up for election. So if you would like to run for it as well, you can. They'll mainly keep track of how long the meetings go for, handle our email communications as well as our email newsletter, kind of giving, again, like our Instagram, giving a synopsis about our meetings, anything that we weren't able to include in here. They'll also come up with ideas for our volunteer events, handle our sign-up forms. I know Sean has been attending all of our tailgates that we've been hosting, so most of our social events, he'll be there. If that's something you're interested in, the same thing, come talk to me or message me, and we can get you a slide set up or just have you present at the next meeting. And if there's no questions about that, we'll continue on to our upcoming trip. So this is going to be a first for us. We did try to set this up last year, but we weren't able to do it. Um, there is a national park, Citrus Wildlife. I believe it's an hour and a half away from here. It's pretty close. That's why it will be free. We're not gonna charge anything. We will try and carpool as much as we can. If you're interested at all, please sign up. We want like this to be a new thing for us. We're trying to host more trips. This one will be smaller. It'll be only 1 day, but it'll be a great experience for those that like have only rock climbed outdoor once or twice. Um, Sophia, our risk manager is here. I don't know, Sophia, do you want to say anything about it at all? If not, that's okay. But yeah, if you're at all interested in trying outdoor rock climbing, anything like that, it's a great way to do it. I think there's a couple dollar entrance fee and then driving there. So it really would not be expensive. We'd be providing, crash pads, stuff like that, making sure everybody's safe. Um, and it will be bouldering only. But yeah, if you're at all interested, please sign up for that on that QR code there. And then, so our next meeting, I know this one's a little bit shorter. Our big one is obviously the first one of the year, but our next meeting is going to be November 3rd. We'll be holding elections as well as we do, for those that are new, we do a big trip every year right after finals. We'll be announcing information about that, announcing anything else that we have coming up. But yeah, we'll mainly be doing the elections and covering that. Any questions, anything like that for me? Anything we covered today or wanted me to cover? Uh, if not, then that's really it. Like I said, it is kind of a shorter meeting, but thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate it.